You're watching the Fox 5 Morning News at 9.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday morning. Here's a live look at the Coronado Bridge from our Westgate Hotel camera. It's going to be hot out today. Hey, take your love of Halloween up a notch by visiting some of the most haunted cities around the world. Our Fox 5 travel expert, Tania is here with her list of the most haunted places to visit, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we were talking about this and I was like, oh, okay, spooky stuff. We're gonna start here in California.
Yeah.
Where should we go?
So if you want the Wild Wild West and you think of ghosts and you think of all of that kind of sort of spookiness, we have something right near Mammoth. So it's a 6-hour drive from San Diego.
Okay.
And there's a city called Bodie. Well, it's a ghost town now.
Okay,
but
okay.
It's in the Sierra Nevada, and it became a boom town when they found gold in like 1876.
Okay.
But then it obviously just went into decay, and no one has touched really anything since. And that's because they say that, of course, there's protectors in the area, and if you take anything, you get the curse of Bodhi. And if you don't believe it, a lot of people, the sheriffs and whatnot in the area say that if they get a lot of mail back saying, "Look, I'm so sorry I took this. please, I hope the curse goes away."
So they say it's haunted, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so it's like ghosts. Where would you stay though if you went there?
You don't stay there. You stay in Mammoth, or you stay somewhere that's about an hour away, and then you drive there and you go there for a day because it's a big sense of history at the Wild Wild West, but also if you like the whole ghost thing, this is somewhere you should go.
Interesting. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures and it looks beautiful, but I could see how maybe at night it would be so frightening just because it's so dark. Okay, let's travel somewhere else in the U.S. New Orleans obviously is on your list.
New Orleans was on everyone's list.
Right.
It is unbelievable on how every city or every haunted city in the world that you look up, New Orleans is on there.
Yes.
And I think a lot of it has to do because of its violent past. The yellow fever epidemics, devastating fires and whatnot. And so there is so much to see and do based on voodoo, of course, which we know is a religion, but cemeteries, vampire tours.
So that's what we're looking at right now. So we're looking at cemeteries, and we're not just trying to show you cemeteries to get scared. There's actually cemetery tours.
Yes, there is cemetery tours that are actually one of the most popular things to do in New Orleans, other than, of course, the partying and the food.
Sure.
Cemetery tours are very, very prevalent within New Orleans, and because of all of its history. You remember, they go back to the 1700s when they were taken over by France and then by the Spaniards, and then you had the African slaves, and so there's so much history revolving around New Orleans and its cemeteries.
It's interesting. We always tend to when something is very historic, all of a sudden it becomes haunted in some way, right?
Yeah, but they actually swear by this. So.
Yes. Okay, how about Salem?
Well, you can't talk about Halloween without witches.
Right.
And so obviously this is our modern day witch city, and of course it has its Salem witch trials back in 1692. And basically what happened is the Puritans came in, and anybody who wasn't pure was considered a witch and they were thrown in jail. But now you can go, and there are a lot of museums, and there's the House of Seven Gables, and in October they have this huge festival. So the population of Salem is like 40,000. 250,000 people come for this festival, which is called Haunted Happenings, and they do costume balls, ghost tours, live reenactments of witchcraft trials.
And it's not difficult to get there from San Diego, right?
No, you just fly into Boston, which is about a 5-hour flight, and it's a 30-minute drive from there.
And you say this tops your list? Your list?
Yes.
Well, yes. So this would be.
It's a beautiful town as well, actually, but it's just everything that is Halloween is embodied in October in Salem. It's pretty impressive.
Okay. Of course, we can't talk about this. This isn't the last one on your list.
Yes.
And let's talk about Transylvania. Romania,
right? People, when I tell them about that, that exists. It's like, yes, it's actually a big thing in history in Romania. So Transylvania has always been known for its vampires, its werewolves, because it's a beautiful location on Earth. It has like the dark forests and spooky-looking fortresses, especially this one, which is Bran. And Bran Castle is the one that they say is Dracula's.
Yes.
And Dracula is based on this guy. His name is Vlad Dracula, which is Vlad the Impaler back in the 1400s. And he got his name from his habit of impaling human bodies on stakes. Yeah, he
Right.
was not a very nice guy.
Yeah.
And pretty gruesome.
And so you can go to this castle?
Yes, you can go. You fly into, from San Diego, there's nonstop flights, as we know, from Frankfurt or Zurich, and then you fly into Bucharest.
Okay.
And it's about a 3-hour drive from there, but it's beautiful. You can stay in bed and breakfasts along the way.
Sure.
Then you go visit Braun, the castle, and actually you can go visit a lot of the places where this guy, Vlad the Impaler, lived. And there's like torture chambers.
Oh
and,
gosh,
yeah,
okay.
all of this
I
sort
know
of
you
stuff.
start talking about it, I get scared. Listen, I'm a wuss when it comes to this. I cannot even watch a horror film trailer. So like even looking at this, I'm like, oh, and this is all meant to be like
It is.
the real thing.
And we talk about it, but when you do, you do feel it when you go.
Yeah.
So this is right up the alley for Halloween.
Tania, I might just stay here for Halloween.
You know what?
But thank you so much. I love this. And if you want more information on these spooky cities and the most haunted cities, just go to fox5sandiego.com and click the scene on tab. Pack your bags. Bring a flashlight, Chrissy. Okay? Tanya's not going to be there to help you out. I'm just saying.
No, thank you.
Isn't life hard enough as it is? Aren't things scary enough as it is, like the 5 freeway in the afternoons, you know, your afternoon commute? But you got to go to Vlad the Impaler's house, doubling down on that commute.